What's going on, guys? Oftentimes I share with you guys some new fragrance releases, unboxing, first impressions, but sometimes I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but in this video I'm going to share with you 10 plus, it's actually 15 plus, discontinued fragrances that you guys should be aware of, because if you do love them, the time to get them is right now. So stick around, they're up next. Welcome back to another video, Max Forte. If you love to make a great first impression, smelling great is a great way to do that. And of course, this is a place where I share with you great fragrances to get you guys smelling good and make a great first impression. Real quickly before I start the video, I'm a little bit under the weather, so please forgive me if I sneeze or cough during this video. I'm also here as a trooper to give you guys the knowledge and keep you guys in the know when it comes to fragrances. So if you do appreciate the video, leave a like, subscribe, and of course, hit the bell so you guys are always in the know. I'm going to start things off here with the fragrance that has been discontinued, but the one I'm talking about is actually not this one. It's just here to show you guys, and it's actually two from YSL back to back I'm going to share with you. The first one, it's not Electrique, it's actually Bleu Electrique, which was released last year. Limited edition, little did we know. The great thing about that fragrance is I actually reviewed for you guys here on the channel is it reminded people of the original Nuit L'homme. Not the current formulation of Nuit L'homme, but this YSL Nuit Bleu Electrique was like 95% close and powerful as Nuit L'homme. So people loved it, they scooped it up. A lot of places sold out quickly, but YSL failed to let us know that this was a limited edition, so now that fragrance is gone and people are up at arms. What the hell is going on? And the funny thing is, you know, YSL Nuit should have been a great fragrance to begin with, so the fact that they really watered down that fragrance and did a flanker, cash cow, money grab that is 95% similar to Nuit anyway, goes to show that sometimes designers don't have our best interest, which is quite a shame. Another one from YSL was from the Y collection. The original Y EDT 2019 was now replaced because of reformulation. I want to say IFA regulations is what they claimed. They had to re-release this fragrance now as a 2022 Y YSL EDT. If you guys want to know more about that fragrance, I'm going to pop it up here, which I actually did a first impression fully on that fragrance, so go check it out. Now, everything on this list has been either discontinued already or are going to be axed within the next few months. Of course, you're going to find bottles that are going to be floating around, discounters, what have you. So like I said before in the beginning, if you guys want to have these fragrances in your collection, you love them, you want backup bottles, this is the time. The next one I'm going to talk about from the house of Paco Rabanne, the 1 million lineup. You guys know about Prive, the tobacco bomb. It's beautiful, has been axed a couple of years now, so it's getting scarce by the day to find that fragrance. But another one that people don't talk much about is this flanker right here, which is a summery, lighter flanker of 1 million. This is 1 million Cologne, which is really nice. Reminds people of, this is 1 million's answer to the Invictus Acqua. It's in the same vein of Invictus Acqua with that beautiful rose and amber that you get with 1 million. Needless to say, this is a great flanker, guys, that not many people talked about, but I'm telling you, this is a compliment bomb. And it's still floating around at discounters, so if you can, grab this one now. I have three from the Prada collection, guys. I do enjoy the Prada lineup. I think they do a great job when it comes to iris, clean, easy to wear fragrances that are elegant and sophisticated. Now, three fragrances are going to be axed. Prada L'homme Intense, which is that beautiful iris with a leather dark facet, has been axed. So right now it's very hard to find that fragrance and it's starting to climb in prices very fast and very soon. So if you guys really love that fragrance, I would suggest grab it right now. And of course, my favorite lineup, which hardly ever gets any mention, the Prada Amber collection. The Amber Original, which is a gorgeous soapy fragrance with a leather undertone, and of course the Intense, which is a very beautiful fougere with the beautiful patchouli and dark leather base. This stuff is amazing, fire stuff. You can actually find this stuff in discounters right now. I'll have everything linked for you to make your life easier, but I'm telling you, this stuff here is absolutely golden. I can see this stuff fetching a very high mark in the next few years to come. Speaking of compliments, this one here I've done every year for you guys over the past decade, top complimented fragrances. This one here always makes the top. This one here, of course, from their Acqva collection, the Bvlgari Acqva collection, which has aquamarine, the original Acqva. This is Atlantiqve. Now, Amara has long been discontinued, and from what I hear, you know, Bvlgari is in the process of restructuring their whole company. Pretty much the men lineup is going to stay and remain as their main state for men's fragrances, but the Acqva collection is going to be completely axed. So it's a shame because I love this line. Atlantiqve is amazing. It's a very fruity, almost pineapple-y up top. It has this pineapple-y orange kind of a vibe, almost like an Aventus-esque vibe. Great for compliment, very long lasting, powerful citrus aromatic, and like I said, long gone. It's going to be very hard to find this one. In fact, the whole Acqva collection, forget about Acqua Amara fetching a pretty penny. Now you see a resurgence of that fragrance. You know, it's starting to stock up at discounters, but this is going to be, I think, the last wave of Acqva fragrances. So if you do enjoy this line, guys, this is the time. Hope you guys are enjoying the picks. So you guys know, of course, any fragrance when it comes to discounted, hard to find, rare gems, the perfect place to find great pricing on fragrances is Fragrance by 𝗕𝗏𝗃. I've spoken to you guys about over 5 years now. It's a partner of the channel for a reason. I always keep you guys informed and always have your best interest at heart. So as you know, links below. If they're still available, I will have it linked below. If they're not available, I'll still have the name so you guys can try to find them elsewhere. But be careful where you purchase because, of course, counterfeit fakes. Always make sure you guys are purchasing from reputable sources, just like Fragrance by 𝗕𝗏𝗃. And of course, you can try any of these fragrances with my code MAX12 at perfume.com. And of course, join the crew because then you get extra discounts, not only for perfume.com to try before you buy any fragrance, discontinued, hard to find, indie, you name it. Of course, you get extra discounts also for Fragrance by 𝗕𝗏𝗃 and free giveaways every month. 2 free bottles for you guys. All details below. Enjoy. This next one to me is a complete shame, complete and total shame, because it's my favorite from the VERSACE Eros collection. This is going to be Eros Flame. This is going to be discontinued, ladies and gentlemen. It's been said, I've heard it through the grapevine, they're actually winning this particular fragrance now. They're going to focus on the Eros, the original, the parfum, all the different variations. And it's a shame because I really wanted them to focus on this one here. It is my favorite profile. I think that tonka vanilla Eros profile is a little too heavy for me, a little bit too obnoxious at times. Not that it doesn't smell good, because ladies do love that smell, but I just don't think it does well on my skin. I think it's a little too abrupt, a little too rough. This one here, the more sophisticated, more elegant, more well put together. You still have a little bit of that tonka vanilla vibe, you know, with the mint, but you get a lot more here. You get some beautiful tangerine here. You get a real nice patchouli dry down, which is a little bit leathery. Like I said, more elegant, more sophisticated. This to me is the best profile, and I would have thought that they would have done like an Eros Flame Noir, an Eros Flame Parfum, whatever, just like different flankers of this particular, profile, which I absolutely loved. So, like I said to you guys, being axed right now, they're gonna focus on the main Eros line. So if you do love Flame, don't snooze. Now here's another one that people love. When it comes to this fragrance, for many years it was making top lists for everyone when it came to like summer, compliment, easy to wear, signature scents. This was left and right making top lists like there was no tomorrow. This is Acqua di Gio, the Profumo, which is, again, a gorgeous take on the original with added incense and dry patchouli in the base. I think it's an absolute stunner of a fragrance, although I like the special blend better, which is a little harder to find. It's been long gone now, but this one here is being axed from what I understand. The new 2022 𝗗𝗏𝗋𝗆𝗃, which I also reviewed for you guys, is actually taking place. And if you want to know all things Acqua di Gio, I'm going to pop the link up here. I actually went through the whole line of Acqua di Gios, from the very first one from 1996 all the way into the last one from 2022, the 𝗗𝗏𝗋𝗆𝗃. But the Profumo, guys, is a gorgeous scent. Being axed, if you love this one, guys, the time is now, because they're really restructuring the whole lineup. In fact, the Absolu also is being axed, which is the one with the wooden cap. I'm going to pop the picture here so you guys can see what it looks like. So that one is going to be a very citrus, fruity kind of a fragrance, which is very reminiscent of Paco Rabanne's Invictus Acqua. That one is also being axed, as well as Profumo, guys. So run, don't walk. I'm not sure you guys knew this, but Guerlain has actually changed up their whole lineup of fragrances. Every single signature line, unless it's something special or a private blend of sorts, everything that's in the main line is actually going to be featured in this squared looking bottle. They're just making things easier, just having this one format. I'm going to pop a picture up here on the screen so you guys can see everything is going to be formatted to this square looking bottle. And they're actually, streamlining and axing some of their releases. This has been gone for about almost 2 years now. This is the Ideal Cologne. You could still find it floating out there here and there at discounters, but it's been gone. This is a gorgeous take on a very beautiful L'homme Ideal lineup of fragrances, which is very easy to wear, very aromatic, a little bit spicy, with a nice iris touch. And they've also axed the cool version of this fragrance. So they really constricted the whole collection of L'homme Ideal. They have lesser, lineup of releases within this collection. And within the whole line, they've actually changed a few things. There's a new 𝗕𝗕𝗏𝗏 L'Instinct that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys as soon as I can get my hands on it. Again, that squared, that rectangular, slender bottles are gone now. Everything else is going to be formatted to the square-looking bottles. So, good or bad or indifferent, it's yet to be seen. I got to try the new ones to see if they've been heavily reformulated and watered down. But usually, when there's changes in bottles and formatting of whole structures of lines, that means that they have restructured the formulations, hence making them a little bit weaker. I'll keep you guys informed. Another one that makes me really sad is this one right here, Gentleman Givenchy Cologne, which was one of my favorites. I think for the past 3 years, this is my top 5 favorite spring/summer fragrances to wear. I absolutely love this stuff. Again, it's going to be that leathery patchouli, very citrus up top with a gorgeous envelopment of this beautiful iris note. I think iris has been done very heavily now in the designer game because it's a great note. It's very elegant, very sophisticated, easy to wear, and easy to please. Anybody can rock it, anybody can wear it, and it's one of those very approachable, very comfortable to wear and also compliment inducing. This one here has that to the T, and it's been discontinued. You can still find it floating out there, but it's going to get hotter and hotter, and it's a shame because it's one of my favorites. Granted, the Gentleman collection has good releases every now and again, but this one here, I did not want to see it go. And last but not least, we have one here that is another one that's made a ton of my top summer lists for years on end. It's going to be Terre d'Hermes Eau Très Fraîche. This is my favorite from the line. This one in the 𝗙𝗵𝗏𝗏, Eau Intense 𝗙𝗵𝗏. Of course, I love the original, that beautiful burnt orange with the 𝗙𝗵𝗏. They all have the 𝗙𝗵𝗏 as one of the main notes, and this one here is no different, but I think what they claim, they have actually axed this fragrance and brought a new fragrance to replace this one called Terre d'Hermes Eau Givenchy, which I'm going to be, of course, reviewing for you guys very soon. I have a bottle on the way, and I'm going to share with you guys my thought. I'll do like a side-by-side comparison, but I'm very sad to see this one go. There is a cumin note here that some people don't like it. It has a little bit of a BO kind of a thing. It works with my body chemistry. I love this one. It's got the beautiful oranges and citruses up top, a little bit of a spicy herbal heart, and the gorgeous vetiver in the base. Love this stuff. I think it's a masterpiece, and it's sad to see it go. This is one that I can clearly say that in the next few years will be fetching a very, very high price. So I love this stuff, guys. Sad to see it go. So there you have it, guys. A lot of fragrances are being axed. I'm going to keep you guys informed. If you want to see a list like this, but in the niche side of things, let me know in the comments. Leave it in the like. Of course, I always keep you guys in the know. And let me know maybe other, fragrances that have been axed or are being discontinued that I didn't mention in this video. I'd love to read your comments and find out some new knowledge from you guys as well. As always, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me. Of course, choose your fragrances wisely and wear them well. I'll see you again very soon. Take care.